beating.
I'm like more nervous for this than I was to get up and
Cool, we're rolling.
I promise it's not that bad.
It might be.
It might be.
Go for it.
One side forward. There it is.
All right, so just look at me the whole time,
Okay.
not the camera.
Okay.
First question is actually the easiest. If you could just say, spell your name, give your title, and firm name for the records.
I can do that. My name is Sasha Franger, Sasha Franger, Great West Financial.
And your title.
Con
I got it. I tripped her up.
Nailed it.
What do you do?
Yeah. Head of Content and Senior Manager.
Can I have you take just the tiny step straight back? Perfect.
Awesome. So, what are the 3 tenets of a long life?
The 3 tenets of longevity, according to the Stanford Financial Center on Longevity, are mind, mobility, and money. And all 3 of these tenets are interrelated with each other. What I mean by that is if one of them falters, the other 2 necessarily falter. So for example, when it comes to money, financial stability is associated with, why am I having a hard time with this? When it comes, adequate financial resources are associated with less incidents of illness, disability, and death, as well as more connectedness with spouses, partners, and friends, and then also cushioning from a wide range of negative life events like job loss, economic downturn, and chronic illness. Is that the right answer, though?
Right answer. One more time.
But you didn't like that?
So, what are the 3 tenets of a long life?
The 3 tenets of a long life, according to the Stanford Center on Longevity, are mind, mobility, and money. And all 3 of these things are interrelated with one another. If one of them falter, the other 2 necessarily falter. For example, when it comes to preparing your financial resources, adequate financial resources are related to less incidents of illness and disability and death, more connectedness feelings like connectedness with spouses, partners, and family, and then a cushioning from a wide range of negative life events like economic downturn and job loss.
Awesome. So, as women live longer, how has this changed the way advisors have to serve their clients?
It was a harder one.
Sorry.
Okay. Women live longer than men, and this is true, according to the World Economic Forum, this is true across all countries with no exceptions. And there's really 3 reasons for this. Biology, we are more health conscious, and we're more likely to we're less, how do I put this? I'm trying to shorten my regular presentation.
Because we are the superior being, and we live longer.
Women do live longer than men, and according to the World Economic Forum, women live longer than men across all countries with no exceptions. And this is because of our biology, and because we're more likely to go to the doctor when we notice something wrong with ourselves, and then finally because we don't take on as much risk as men take on. Now, as a female financial advisor, and as a financial advisor in general, you may want to help your clients prepare for this longevity by making sure that they have adequate resources, especially when it comes to healthcare. Because we are more likely to live longer, we're going to need more money for healthcare and retirement.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, so I was going to say one more time.
Okay.
A little stumbly at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you can smile again.
See, I don't watch you, I just listen.
Okay.
I stare at the floor, so she'll watch you.
What's the question again?
Yeah. So, as women live longer, how has this changed the way advisors serve their clients?
Okay. Women do live longer than men. In fact, according to the World Economic Forum, women live longer across all countries with 0 exceptions. Now, this is really true for 3 reasons. The first is biology. We have estrogen, which is correlated with the good kind of cholesterol. We are more likely to get diseases, but the diseases that we get are likely to be less deadly than the diseases that men tend to get. The second reason is that we're more health conscious. So we go to the doctor when we notice something's wrong with us, and therefore we get earlier diagnoses and earlier treatments and leading to longer lives. Now, the third reason has to do with the amount of risk we're willing to take on. Study after study shows that women tend to overestimate risk and men tend to underestimate risk. So really we take on less risk in the end. Now, all three of these things have important implications when it comes to planning for women's longevity in particular. Because we live longer, we get more diseases, and we go to the doctor more often, we probably need more money when it comes to healthcare. But on the other end of it, we're less likely to take on risk than our male peers, so oftentimes we're undersaved for retirement because we're choosing investment decisions. We're making investment decisions that are more conservative than our male counterparts. Better?
Good. Nice. So last question.
Yeah.
Retirement income strategies are more important than ever. So how should advisors incorporate longevity planning into their practice?
Okay.
That's it. That's the answer. Just
That's
say
a
it.
really, I mean, that's like my whole, that's my 40-minute presentation.
And do it in 30 seconds.
So people are living longer than ever. And when it comes to retirement, it's really all about figuring out how much you're going to need to spend in retirement. What are going to be your monthly budgeted expenses? And then you can couple that with what are your preferences? What are your goals for your money? So you may prefer that you have a lot of money left over to pass on to your heirs. So what you need to do is take your preferences along with what retirement income you need, and then put together a plan. This is really hard. Literally a 40-minute presentation in 30 seconds. Repeat the question.
Would it be easier to say maybe, what's one or two pieces of advice on how advisors should incorporate longevity planning into their practice? Is that
Yeah, that's
better?
probably better.
Let's go with that.
That's a little bit more.
The slide where you're talking about moving from this to this.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yep.
As your clients transition from income, nope, they're not transitioning from income. As your clients transition from accumulation to income and distribution, you may want to consider transitioning your practice from being based on asset allocation or giving advice on asset allocation to giving advice on product allocation. No longer do you want to be just a financial planner, but you need to be a longevity expert. We're bringing together all these topics of mobility, mind, and money together to help your clients prepare for their longevity.
So last thing, just look at me and smile for about 3 seconds for the thumbnail. And we're good.
Okay.
Awesome.